I haven't been in that situation where I've gone through the whole diagnosis system. I haven't gone through the medical system with eczema because I think that paints you with a specific brush and implants an idea in your mind when you are suffering from eczema. In my own eyes, through my experience, eczema to me is mainly a symptom. It's
Mm.
the body's way of expressing to you that something's out of balance, and it's doing its best to both tell you and compensate by getting rid of toxins through your
Mm.
skin.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I see it in exactly exactly the same way. So
Yeah.
it's good to hear someone else say the same thing that I see it as.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, eczema is for most people, it's obviously very itchy, and it's often forms scabs. Um, you could say it's got, it's a disruption of the skin barrier.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I've kind of come across as well is things like they often have increased pH levels on the skin.
There's so many different forms that this is what I learned too. People would show up and they would say, I have eczema. And I'm like,
Mm,
that doesn't look like eczema. Or there's
mm,
all of these different classifications, you know? And I'm like, okay, it, it doesn't even look the same. Like
mm,
the array of eczema that I've seen in this spectrum, it's bacterial infections, it's parasites coming out of your skin. It ranges completely.
mm.
So when people say eczema, they think of one thing, but it's an umbrella. Like it's
Yeah,
just skin conditions in general, like
yeah,
psoriasis. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bunch.
I mean, the thing that in terms of skin conditions, I see the most in clients is acne. And again, there's so many different forms of acne.
Yes.
But the way I look at it, and I'm guessing you're probably going to agree with what I'm about to say, it doesn't really matter what type it is, because at the
No.
end of the day, it's just telling you, as you've said, there's a problem internally. You need to find out what that problem is and deal with it. It doesn't really matter what label you put on it. It's this kind of eczema, this kind of psoriasis, this kind of acne.
Yeah.
I hear things all the time like, "Oh, I think I've got hormonal acne. I think I've got fungal acne. I think I've got cystic acne."
Yeah.
And I just think it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
don't. It's acne, and it's a
Yeah.
symptom, and it's telling you there's something wrong that you need to correct.
Yes.
It's as
The
simple as
unique
that.
thing too, and you might notice this with acne, the location can sometimes be depictive of where or
Yeah,
what's happening in the body, right?
yeah,
People would come with
yeah.
dyshydrotic, which looks like little, almost like little blisters on your fingers.
Mm,
And I started to see a correlation between heavy metal toxicity
mm,
and the dyshydrotic. So,
mm,
and for acne, you probably see if it's on your cheeks, like maybe that's more gut. And if it's on
mm.
your jawline, it's more hormonal. So
Yeah,
there's those indications, but you're right. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just your body informing you something's up to pay more
mm,
attention or find out what it is.
yeah, yeah. I often describe it as, it's like your check engine light on your dashboard of your car. It's telling you there's something wrong and you need to go and investigate and find out
Yeah.
what that thing is. And
Yeah.
if it's your car, you're going to take it to your local mechanic, and he's going to look at the engine, he's going to diagnose the problem, and he's going to fix the problem.
Right.
And for people that have conditions like eczema, that's their warning light coming on, and that's the time they reach out to someone like yourself who can, I mean, diagnose is the wrong word. Neither
Yeah.
of us diagnose, but we find out what the issue is,
Yeah.
and then we help people come back to balance. One of my sayings is that health and disease can't live in the same body.
Right.
So if you get yourself healthy, you won't have eczema anymore. Rather than trying to treat eczema,
Mhm.
get your body healthy from the inside out, and eczema won't be able to exist anymore.
Yeah, I want to throw something in there. Unfortunately, people like you and I are not the first ones that people go to when their check engine
Mm,
light comes on. You
yeah.
know, like they'll start with the medical system, and that's when they start treating eczema. And I
Yeah.
think for a lot of people, they have to go through the ringer of dealing with that shit for a
Mm,
long time before they
mm,
get exhausted and they say, let's try something different, which ends up being alternative health, which ironically alternative health is like allopathic health in the last
mm,
100 years. That's the alternative.
yeah.
So what we're practicing or what we're learning is all of these older techniques from like Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, We're using homeopathics, which I'm pretty sure they had homeopathic schools before they had, or like hospitals before they had allopathic hospitals.
Yeah.
So we're using just older technology to help situations now.